Hey everybody, Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner. A lot of emails, a lot of questions about how do you fill up your tank, how do you fill your guns. Guys, I tell you, I got so tired of driving back and forth all the time to fill up my tanks. Drive across town. If they didn't fill the tanks right away, they'd want you to leave them. You know, it just really throws a damper on your shooting day. I mean, when you're limited on time, if you want to go hunt, if you want to go plink, whatever, and you're low on air, then you got to run across town and get your tanks filled. So I just absolutely got sick and tired of driving across town and doing that. So I wound up getting a ShoeBox compressor. You know, and I've had a lot of people over the years say, oh, it takes so long to fill a tank, or, you know, blah, 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 it's so expensive. You know, part of the reason is we live in a fast food world and everybody wants it now. Instant gratification. And don't get me wrong, I get impatient sometimes, but for the most part, PCP rifles have taught me a lot of patience over the years, and I really absolutely love shooting them. And so if you shoot a bunch, if you shoot like I do and a lot of other PCP folks, you need a way to fill your tanks. I mean, you could fill your gun directly off of this. You can adjust this to 2,900 PSI. You can adjust it to 3,000 PSI. You can adjust it to 4,500 PSI. You can set this compressor up pretty much for whatever your needs are. Now, this is not a standalone compressor. This is what I call a supercharger. This is the Freedom 8 compressor from ShoeBox. We're going to take a look at it right now. There is a little maintenance to these things. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing at all. I've already taken the screws off the cover of this, so I want to take this off of here, and I want to show you guys. Voila. We'll show you the internal workings and the guts, if you will. Okay, so first thing, I know somebody's going to go, what is that little white thing on top? This is just a little water trap. Now, I've got a water separator, a water trap, all that stuff downstairs on my compressor, but this is just like a little extra moisture catch on there. So, here you go with this. This is it right here. I mean, it is absolutely, it's simplicity itself. You have a small piston right here, pump, and then you have a larger piston pump. So it's like the second and third stage. When you try to achieve 4,500 PSI, you have to have a 3-stage compressor. For those of you guys that are not familiar with this, think about your car tires holding 32 PSI. Maybe some of you guys are like me, you drive a truck that has 80 PSI in it. Most of your home air compressors go to 125, your industrial compressors, 150 to 165, and then you go up from there to a super heavy duty twin screw industrial plant air type compressor, and they still don't achieve the 4,500 PSI that it takes to fill the carbon fiber tanks. So with this little compressor right here, it's very simple. You have a line that hooks from here into my tank, or you can either use a whip line that'll go from here to your gun. My carbon fiber tank, I just hook it on right here. And there's the valve right there, and you just flip the air compressor on like that. It comes on and it runs. Once it fills up to the predetermined amount, it'll shut off, and there's a little cooling fan back here that keeps the coils, helps keep them cool. And once it shuts off that predetermined setting, that fan will run and just keep this cool until you come back outside and just flip it off. Again, it's relatively simple. The Freedom 8, they have incorporated these little felt oilers on here. They're just two pieces of felt, and you use silicone lubricant, just a silicone lubricant. You put you a few drops in here, and you can almost tell when they dry out, they'll kind of turn kind of a white color. There's plenty of silicone on these now, but what it does is it lubricates your piston rods in here, and that in turn, obviously cuts down on the wear that happens in these things. And a lot of people have called me and go, I'm not buying one of those things, man. You have to rebuild. It's not really like you have to just rebuild it every month or every year. It all depends on how much you use it. Now, I have used the stew out of this. I fill my bottle up probably 2 times a week, and I've not had any trouble out of this. Granted, it's still brand new, but it came with an entire O-ring kit. Guys, they are O-rings. I mean, this is not rocket science here. This is a very simplistic operation, and if you go to YouTube or if you go to ShoeBoxCompressors.com, they have videos that show you how to rebuild these. So it's not like you're going to be left out there just to try to fend for yourself. There's videos that show detail, tear down, and rebuild. So before I go and use it, what I do is I will put a couple drops of silicone on here, and then I hook everything up and fire it up. This valve right here is a bleeder valve. You can turn it in like this. It lets everything off. So normally I just keep it out like that because I bleed off my line on my carbon fiber tank right there. So setting your shut off, all you have to do inside here, there's a Allen, there's a set screw in there. Now I will tell you that from the factory they are pretty doggone close to 3,000 PSI, I think is where this one was at when I got it. Now, having the 4,500, what I did is I went in there and I turned the pressure just a little bit. I tweaked it. Mine shuts off right at about between 44 and 4,500 PSI. And that's exactly where I want it. And it's consistent. There's just not a lot of workings. It's got a Dayton the motor, it's a Dayton brushless motor, so you don't have to worry about brushes in there. It's a belt drive. There's a drive belt in here, and it's got cogs on it, so it's a positive gripping belt. And other than that, there's just not a lot to it. If you had to take this thing apart and rebuild it, you would take the screws out here on the top and the bottom. You would slide this off. You would disconnect your crank. You'd slide your crank off of here. You would unscrew each of your pistons, pull it out. You'd put O-rings on there. You would lubricate it with a white grease, just like a white lithium grease. You just want to put a little daub of lithium grease on here. I actually put a little bit of silicone on there just to kind of get me by the other day. But that's just a little wear spot. Could be right in here. So you always want to put a little white grease. It's absolutely a great investment. Guys, if you're going to invest $500, $1,000, $1,500 into a gun, you invest a lot of money in your optics. Why not invest in self-sufficient? This is your reloading kit right here. Those of you that reload powder burners, those of you that mold your own bullets and your projectiles, Guys, this is your loading dock station right here. This is your loading press. These are your primers. This is your gunpowder. This is everything you need right here in this one little box. And guys, it has been worth every penny. The fact that I save, of course now fuel prices are dropping, but you know I'd burn $10 of fuel going across town and back. It's just absolutely a lifesaver. Guys, this is absolutely the most economical way to fill your PCP rifles, your tanks. It's just been a lifesaver for me. You know, I'll if I know that I'm going shooting, I always check my gear out the day before. If my tank is low, even if it's still got 3,000 PSI, if it's got 3,500, what I'll do is I will hook it up to the compressor, I'll turn it on, and I'll walk away from it. And the next morning or either late that night, whatever, I might get up to get a drink of water or something. I'll come out to the garage and I'll just flip it off. Just flip it off. It's already shut off. The fan's just running. It's not going to hurt anything. So, you know, I mean, no, you can't just hook it up and turn it on 2 minutes and it's full. It just doesn't work that way, guys. It is a slow process. And the reason it is so slow because the higher pressure, the faster you fill it, the more heat you're going to generate. And heat is not what we want because the heat is going to form moisture, and moisture is bad. Can you say moisture is bad? Moisture is bad for your PCPs. Down here in the South where I'm at, Georgia is humid. It has got to be the most humid place in the United States. It is horrible. And that's one of the reasons why I have water traps everywhere. You know, guys spend hours and hours in their man caves reloading cartridges. Why not spend a few hours and do a little maintenance on your reloading press here? It'll pay for itself in just a short amount of time. And if you have an issue, it's one of those deals where you can shoot him an email and he's going to email you back pretty quick. If you have an issue with it, which it's a rarity that you have an issue. I mean, they build these, they test them, they make sure everything works. You know, the fact that Tom is using high quality parts, he machines all this stuff, the tolerances are to his specifications, he checks everything. Guys, you just can't go wrong with a ShoeBox compressor. Not only does it come with the rebuild kit, but it comes with a bottle of silicone, and it also comes with extra felt pads, which I've not had to replace yet, but it comes with just a little sheet of felt. So in the event you wear that out or you need to replace it, you get in there, cut you a little piece of felt, two little pieces, two on the top, two on the bottom, and put them in there. You know, I mean, golly, I could plug it in. You're not really supposed to run it without any air hook to it, but just for the sake of showing, just for the sake of show and tell. Yeehaw! All right, so now we're plugged in, and basically, you turn it on, your fan comes on, okay? So then you can turn it on, and I mean, it's fairly quiet. When you get right down to it, it's quiet. And again, you know, I don't recommend running it without any air hook to it. I mean, you need pressure against those pistons. Let it run, let it fill your tank and all that kind of stuff. But just for effect, I wanted to show you guys exactly what it sounded like. and kind of let you see how everything kind of moves in here. You know, it's been a lifesaver for me. I cannot tell you enough that how many times I've just looked at this thing and went, oh man. And it just allows you to do other things. You get the honeydews done while your tank's filling up, and then you go and shoot, do what you got to do. So guys, these are available through airgundepot.com. Guys, Airgun Depot can get you one of these, airgundepot.com. ShoeBoxCompressors.com. Take a look, check it out. And if you have any questions, guys, leave your comments below. Guys, be looking for some new videos coming out pretty soon. We got a lot of cool things happening. Me and Rocky Vet 8888 over there on YouTube. We got a really, really cool hunt coming out pretty soon. Guys, I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Check them out, airgundepot.com. ShoeBox Compressor, ShoeBoxCompressors.com. This is Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner, saying we'll catch you next time.